Okay. So yesterday we have discussed about sealed class. So we'll continue from there. Okay. So the sealed class will stop inheritance. So that means sealed class can inherit other classes, but it won't allow some other classes to inherit sealed class. Okay. That means whenever we use that sealed keyword, so no other class can inherit that sealed class. But sealed class is ready to inherit any class. So simply sealed class is last derived class in our inheritance process. So we always needs to create object to our sealed class. Okay. So in other words, we can say sealed class is completely opposite to abstract class. Okay. Why? Because abstract class is always like a base class. Okay. We never create object to abstract class because of what? Abstract functions. But sealed class is what? So this is last derived class. We always needs to create what? Object to our sealed class. So, and the most important point, we never we never declare abstract functions inside sealed class. If we declare abstract functions inside a sealed class, then what will happen? So some other class needs to inherit that one, but it's not possible with our sealed class. Due to that reason, we never declare abstract functions inside a sealed class. Okay. So we never go for overriding, we never keep a virtual method in our sealed class because what? Again, some other class needs to inherit. Okay. Due to these reasons, so sealed class is like a opposite to your abstract class. So we have some points there. A class which cannot allow a new class to derive is called a sealed class. Okay, to make a class a sealed, we must use sealed keyword. Sealed class is completely opposite to abstract class. Sealed class must write bottom class within the inheritance process. That is what? Last derived class. Sealed class cannot contain abstract functions. Yes or no? So because what? If you declare abstract function, some other class needs to inherit. It's mandatory. Okay. So if you try to declare also, it will throw error. Okay. Sealed class never used as a base class. Okay. So it is mainly used to avoid what? Inheritance. So this is what sealed class related. Just note down those 5 points. We'll see example on sealed class, and also we'll see the differences between sealed class and abstract class. Sorry, in which? So simple. If you don't want to allow inheritance, encourage inheritance, then everywhere you will go for it. So you have some 6 floors. Okay, the last floor, registration, this one, that one, that one. Finally, last one is what? Details of some product or something. So there, what you want to do? So you don't want to move forward with inheritance or something. If you feel like that, just make it sealed class. So clear for everyone, right? So web API will cover not in C sharp, CURD operations or CRUD operations will cover not in C sharp. JW2 auth token we don't discuss, but that will also comes under MVC, web API there only. Real time front and back end connection project creation. So all those things will cover. So as part of .NET full stack course only, but not with C sharp. They will comes under whatever you mentioned. Everything will come. We are going to discuss in our so MVC core. There we will discuss about ASP.NET Web API, .NET Core, so MVC Core. So all those things we are going to discuss there. There those topics will cover. See, C sharp is what? So again, I'm telling multiple times C sharp. So is C sharp is language which is used to implement a logic. And so ASP.NET MVC, these are all what? Technologies. So by using them, we'll design websites and web pages. Okay, Ipshita. Okay, done. Shall we move to program? Okay, so people see here. So I have declared one normal class employee. After that, so I have declared one more class sealed class manager. Okay. So rule number one. So we need to create object to sealed class always. Yes, we created. Okay. Rule number two. Sealed class is always like a last derived class. Yes, it is last derived class only here. So rule number three. So let's try to inherit sealed class by using other classes. So what happened here? Cannot derive from sealed class. Okay. So that is also fulfilled. I'm commenting again. Okay. So, and after that, so we'll try to declare some abstract function or something. Public abstract void add. See what happened? We got the error. So, this, this class never consists of what? So, abstract functions. Okay. So, these all things we have discussed now. So, and again, coming to this program. So, I have one virtual method, one more virtual method. Okay. I'm trying to enter here and I'm trying to override them. Okay. So, I'm trying to print them. That's it. Okay. So what we are doing here, that is okay. So so whatever the functionalities we are implementing here or whatever we are writing the code or something, it's all normal. So we are end of our business. So we are in end of our oops concepts. So by seeing this method name, okay, we are doing overriding. You should understand like that. So if you see here, virtual here, okay. So where this method overridden, can we check like that? We need to check and we need to open. Okay, this class is inherited by other class. Okay, here overriding is done. So like that, we need to recollect all the concepts by seeing a program. Okay. Now, if you still looking console at right line, enter employee number, console at right line, we are doing typecasting, we are doing unboxing. If you are still looking like that, then what will happen? After reading, you know, so after passing your sixth class or seventh class, if you're reading that small book will be there, A, apple, B, ball, C, cat, and you'll feel so proud. So you're after reaching your 10th class or BTech or something, if you read them, so you will easily read them. So if one of the school teacher or someone ask you what is the spelling of apple, ball or something, you will tell, so you will feel like you're you're doing some PhD or something. So see, then what will happen after reaching some certain level, our thinking should change. Okay. Okay. So our thinking should always change. Otherwise, what will happen? So we are going down only, right? So that's the reason when you see this program. So now, from now onwards, so this is our last concept in our oops. So now onwards, what we need to think after seeing that program. Okay. So what is the syntax of declaring as class? Class name, open bracket, closed bracket. Who will be there in class? Variables and methods. Now, when you see this one, okay, class name. So we have variables and we have method. Oh, we have used access modifier protected here. What is protected? So you need to remember all those things or recollect all those things. Your thinking should change from now. Okay. So when we move to our Windows forms, so we'll move one step forward. Okay. When we reach to our ASP.NET or something, so when we start our ASP.NET from the day one, you should start thinking like a software developer. Okay. So you should think like, okay, I'm a software engineer, so I'm going to implement this one. So your thinking should change. When you open facebook.com, till now whatever you done, that is for time pass. Okay. From now onwards, okay, here they kept one button, here they kept one button. Okay, this is text box. Oh, this here they have implemented validations. Okay, when you click on register, okay, they have implemented SQL connection con equal to new SQL connection. So after that, insert into table name where data you are saving there. Okay, here we have used connection oriented ADO.NET concept here. So like that, you need to think now from now for all the websites, for all the websites. So so in your Windows forms, you will gain your confidence little more. So when you reach to your ASP.NET, so your thinking should completely change. So you need to think when you see a website, okay, this website is responsible for this one, and this website is responsible for this one. They have implemented these concepts here. They have implemented these concepts here. So see, we don't know which concept they have used in their website, but still your thinking needs to change in that way. Okay. So when you start thinking like that, then what will happen? Your analytical skills will change. See, for example, so if you are watching a text cricket match, so like, so how we will think, like, for example, if the match started at 9, so then we'll have three sessions. Per session, we'll have 30 hours. Okay. So after 80 hours, they will give a new ball. Okay. We'll get some option to get a new ball. So, so like, now, so per half an hour, they will bowl 6 hours. Okay. So per 1 hour, we need to bowl 12 hours. Otherwise, so what will happen? Some fine will be, like, some, they will, this ICC will, so they will fine for this captain or team members or someone. Okay. They may, so they may what? They may ban for 1 or 2 matches, like that. So all these things, how you are thinking, like, so if the time is 10 o'clock, so that means 1 hour back. So now 12 hours. So like, the run rate in test match will be like, so 2.53 runs or something. So then you need to think, okay, max the score will be 36 or 40. So how you're thinking here, how you are doing analysis. Similarly, so from now onwards, when you are seeing some website, okay, here they have used one if condition, or else if they have used, or you need to think like, switch case they have used, maybe they have used for loop. Okay. So like, for example, so when I open my, when I open Amazon, so website, so now see it, amazon.co.in. Why? See, simple. Here what happened? So they will use one for loop or for each loop. Okay. Then what will happen? Like, mobile phones. So when you click on mobile phones, then what will happen? By using switch case or if condition, they have selected mobiles. Okay. Now in mobiles, what will happen? Say, for example, if they have some 200 mobiles. Okay. So now what will happen? I equals to 0, I less than equal to 200, I plus plus. Now first mobile, second mobile, third mobile, fourth mobile, all the mobiles needs to display. So that concept only they have used. Okay. So maybe they may go for each, they may go for something else, they may go for something else. But what they will use if conditions only, they will use which case only, they will use else if only, they will use for loop only. Okay. So they will use what ASP.NET or MVC only for designing these websites or web pages. So you need to think like that. When you are thinking start, like when you start thinking like that, then what will happen? You will easily get the job. So in when you are getting the job or something, so for example, if you are keeping some 3 years or 4 years or 5 years of experience, then the interviewer will ask you analytical questions. Like, so what, say for example, I have X and Y. If I kick X, what will happen to Y? If I kick Y, what will happen to X? So like, they will start asking this type of questions now, scenario based. Okay. If something like, this interest calculation, so in our these people, banking people will prepare, right? So what type of question they will ask? So A borrowed 10 rupees from B. After 1 year, B given to C given to D, and what is the total interest, and who need to give, how much A need to give B need to A, C need to A, something like they will ask. So similar, that is what scenario based. So here also your starting should change in that way. Okay. So when your experience is growing, so when your analytical skills are improving at something, then what will happen? You will become a technical lead. Okay. So how, why I'm saying this one? So simple. So what will happen? Like, when you have some 3 years experience or something. So when you are working in a project, so you will get one requirements. Do you people know how the requirement will come? Point number one, two, three, four in Excel or in the, so like, Azure dashboards or something. So they will keep like, we need UI with two text boxes, login and something. So username, password. So point number two, we need these validations. Point number three, we need SQL table. So point number four, we need XYZ. So point number five, the values it save. So point number six, it should throw the validations when they are entering wrong data. So there is no images. There is nothing there. So now that a developer needs to think like, okay, this person has this requirement, so you need to image him. So finally you need to implement it. So based upon your, thoughts and all, you need to implement, you need to put the code on your Visual Studio. So then what will happen? Always everything will start with a zero. So you will have a white paper. So on that white paper, so if you want to write alphabets, you can write. If you want to draw diagrams, you can draw. Or if you want to draw a pie chart or something, you can do that. Or if you want to go with a this one, what is that, algorithm related or flow chart diagram or something. So that's what, simple. So and you need to present to your client like, boss, this is what your requirement, and we are going to implement this one. Is this fine for you, or uh, do you want us to go for anything, or do you have any suggestions for us? Then the client will say, okay, we are good. If you are going something wrong, then they will suggest you. Okay. So see, see, even a technical lead or someone, they are also human beings like us only, right? So they don't have two brains or three brains or something. So that's why. So from now onwards, so see, so again, like our old sessions or something, if I explain, so see, the syntax of declaring a variable is, so access modifier, data type, variable name. And after that, I will tell console dot write line, enter employee ID. So after that, I will tell, so because command prompt always accepts string. So that's why I'm doing which concept here? Typecasting here. So if I explain now, then what is the use of your last 2 months of learning? Okay. So now by seeing this program, variable and method. Okay, cool. So for this method, what we have used virtual keyword. Oh, so if you are using virtual keyword, so definitely you will use override somewhere. So here we are doing. Okay, now this is sealed class. Okay, okay. What is sealed class concept? So it will allow it will inherit other classes, but it won't allow other classes to inherit what? Sealed class. So if you people start thinking like that, then what will happen? So like so I told the people in the beginning, like after completion of our C Sharp or ASP.NET, it will almost equals to 2 to 3 years of real-time experienced people. Okay, so that's why. So that is how we'll teach our ASP.NET. So our ASP.NET will be in complete real time. Okay. So now I don't encourage, like, again, I will explain this one, that one, or something. No, we don't require. You are completely. So now how you people, like, how we learn C language, how we learned oops concept there, how we learned C++ there, or how we learned our MS Office in our childhood. So same way, you are perfect in C sharp also now. Okay, you people already learned C sharp well. So whoever attending this online session and whoever came here, so like the people, this 40 people offline and that 80 people online, almost 120 people, you people are regularly joining, and some 30 people are there, 30 40 people are there. They will join, like they will just join the class, like how is Vishwa sir, he is well, or so still he exists on the earth or something. They will join and they will say hi. Okay, so simple. So like but I'm every day I'm seeing, like 80 people will join online, 40 people will come offline. That means you people focus that much and you people learn something on C sharp for sure. So definitely on day one, like when you came here, you don't know anything on C sharp, but today you people have some, definitely some knowledge on C sharp. Okay, so now onwards, I always tell you people, don't think about silly things. Still don't think about variable. Still don't think about method syntax. Still don't think about class syntax. They are all like A for apple, B for ball, C for cat only. Okay. Now onwards, if you see interface. Now, what is the syntax of interface? You need to think. What are the rules of interface? So which type of methods we can declare inside interface? So can we create object interface? No, because interface is not a class. So now, so we have one concept called, so interface aggregation principle in our solid, solid principle. Now see, all those. So if someone asks you what is the interface, then you need to think about all these points and you need to explain them. Okay. So so like from now onwards, think like that, everything in real time. So maybe after your Windows forms or our ASP.NET, then when you see a website, you need to think about the technologies, implementations and all. Okay, then what will happen? So easily you will crack your job. So if you are a fresher also, you can keep 2 years experience and you can go anywhere and you can survive anywhere. Okay, so now change your thinking abilities. So like you already like you already have very good knowledge on C sharp. Okay, you people practice so well. So so most of the people are doing very well. Okay, some people are getting doubts, no problem. So when you're getting doubts, someone needs to help you. Okay, but once the doubt got cleared or something, once the doubt got cleared or something, never ever, you should never get the doubt again. Okay, once you resolve one error, so you should not take anyone else help for resolving that error one more time. Like, okay, that means, see, if you ask me one error, if I help you on that error, so you should not ask the same question again and again to me. That means, so then what is the use when I explained you previously or when I helped you to resolve that error? Okay, so that means, so so in this real time, what will happen, like when you are working in a project or something, if your lead or manager, if someone helped you for some xyz errors or something, so if you are asking repeatedly, then they will get so much anger because they are also busy with their work and all, right? So if their lead means they need to take business calls and they need to lead the team and they need to work on their work items. Okay, they need to answer all the questions whichever asked by their managers and all. Okay, so now start, now we people needs to start think like that, then definitely you will taste the success very soon. Okay, okay, please note down the problem. So we have completed our oops concepts with this. See, from that day, class name to till today, these are all concepts related to oops only. Can I scroll down? Okay, so online people, you guys are unable to hear me. So I will explain the differences one more time. Meanwhile, please note down. I will explain parallelly. I'm so sorry. I was on mute. Okay. Okay. So I will tell. So online people, I'm so sorry. I was on mute. Please note down. So I will explain. Okay. So when the people are writing that notes, I will explain parallelly. So note down that and listen. Okay. Okay. So see abstract class and sealed class differences. So as we know, abstract class consists of what? Both abstract and non-abstract functions. Okay. So that is what the definition of your abstract class and sealed class definition, which cannot derive a new class, which cannot allow other classes to derive from sealed class. Okay. So second point, so abstract class consists of both abstract and non-abstract functions, but sealed class consists of only non-abstract methods or our normal methods. Okay. So like if we want to work with abstract class we have to use abstract keyword. If we want to work with sealed class we have to use sealed keyword. Okay, fourth point, so creating a new class is mandatory, okay, is compulsory in our abstract class, but in sealed class it's not mandatory and we will never create also, because for abstract class we'll have abstract functions. Okay, but sealed class will not have any abstract functions. Okay, so abstract class always acts like a base class. So we never create object to abstract class. Okay, so but sealed class, it is the bottommost class of inheritance. We always create object to so sealed class. It's compulsory also to create object to sealed class. Okay. So seventh point, it should be base class only and it should not be base class. And it is always like what? Last derived class of inheritance process. So that's what I explained a few minutes back. Please note down the differences, online people, please. Okay, make it fast. So I'll give that introduction for the table also today. Okay, done. Shall I move to the tubes? overview. No, there will be not particular type of seal method or something. Okay, done. Online people, because you guys started late, can you guys confirm? If you're done, then I will move to next concept. Mm. Online people, please respond. If you guys are done because you started 1 2 minutes late. Okay, so make it fast. Okay, we'll wait for 2 more minutes. Please make it fast. Now you guys tell me, if you write the TOOPS exam, you will get 100 marks. Still, no. In that BTech CSE, you have the TOOPS subject, right? C++ also. Will able to get 100. That's for the feeling of mine after completion of my .NET learning, or when I started my job, I got exactly pass mark in my OOPS subject. So when I was there in BTech, I don't know what is class, what is object. I still don't remember what I learned there. But see, for example, some other subjects I still remember what I learned and all. But so I don't remember anything there. So I felt like, okay, if I write that OOPS subject, no, I'll definitely get what. So it's 70, 80 marks or something. That's what I felt. Okay, so this much easy the OOPS concepts is. Okay, so we'll just go for the differences. Okay, so now I'll just I will explain one more time tomorrow, but listen carefully. So tomorrow we'll have complete one-time revision on OOPS. Okay, so see here, everyone. So see here, the first one, instance variable. What is instance variable? Tell me. If you declare a variable inside class and outside method, then we call it as. So can we use instance variable in class? So can we use in sealed class? So can we use in partial class? Can we use in abstract class? So here sealed class consists of what? Non-abstract functions and all the features whatever we have inside our class. Okay, it doesn't consist of only abstract methods. Okay, so partial class, that is also normal class only. So abstract class, it consists of what? All the class members and also abstract functions. Interface. Interface consists of only, interface consists of only, that's why cross mark for that. Got it? Clear for everyone? Now second one, static variable. So variable means variable only. Okay. We can use inside a class. We can use inside a sealed class, partial class, abstract class, everywhere. Okay. So constants. So same. Okay. Same like what is that? So we can use in class, sealed class, partial class, abstract class, everywhere. So after that, constructor. So only for interface we cannot create constructor. What is the syntax of declaring constructor? Access modifier, class name, but interface is not a class. Got it? So after that, where is that? Instance methods, normal methods. Okay, you can declare everywhere, but inside our interface we cannot because interface consists of only, that's the reason. So static method, same. Okay. So after that, properties. So we can declare properties inside our interface also. So static properties. So we cannot declare inside interface and rest of the things can support. Inheritance. So only sealed class doesn't encourage inheritance and rest of the classes encourage. Okay. Multiple inheritance. Only our boss supports multiple inheritance. Only interface supports multiple inheritance. No other class supports multiple inheritance in our C sharp. After that, access modifier, public, private, protected, everywhere it will be supported. Object. So we cannot create object to two things. One is interface and one is abstract class. So because interface is not a class, that is fine. And also abstract class is always like a, that's why we never create object to so abstract class. So this is what your 1 month learning on OOPS. This table consists of all those concepts. Okay. So please note down. Tomorrow I will explain one more time. So tomorrow, one time revision on complete OOPS. Okay. From Monday, we'll move to our advanced topics. Okay. So like, from class name, open bracket, close bracket to sealed class. Sealed class, I don't explain because today only we discussed, right? So apart from that, we'll discuss about everything. Okay. So it's up to you guys. Don't miss the session. Clear? Constants also. Normal constants only, like, if you feel like the value won't change, then we'll declare as a constant. So finally, we have finished our OOPS. So next week, so we are going to discuss about some advanced concepts, collection, generics. So like, all those concepts. So your, data structures. So in our in our C language, C and DS, data structures. So the same concepts. So stack, like, queue, that push pop, all those things. So many people. So at the time of the data types explanation, I have given, like, some people told we don't know what is push and pop. So what is stack? Then I explained, and some people already practice that program, and they're saying, sir, we are not getting output. Okay. So those are all the concepts we are going to discuss. Okay. So for each loop, that is one of the most used real-time concept. Difference between for loop and for each loop. Okay. So we have array list, all these things, list concept, all those things we are going to learn. So for next 1 week, from Monday to Friday, Monday to Saturday maybe. So we'll finish them. So after that, we'll move to Windows Forms and project, mini project. So that is not a big project. It's a mini project. In your BTech, you will have mini project and main project, right? Like that. That is a mini project. And in ASP.NET, we'll see one more project, real-time project. And MVC also same project with MVC features. We'll see. Okay. Okay, done. Fine. Thank you all for coming and joining. We'll meet tomorrow. Okay. So we'll have a revision on OOPS tomorrow.